Hi guys and welcome to Car Focused. As per the video title, this episode is all about the Focus RS and the DSC Sport controller, which improves the handling allegedly of the Focus RS by basically turning the electronic suspension into an adaptive setup. Now this has been sent out to me by Chiron World Sports Cars, and this is the unit here that we're going to be using. So it's the DSC Sport controller. It basically just plugs into, you remove the existing suspension controller, plug this in the boot, and then off you go. It's already preloaded with the settings that you need, and yeah, it's supposed to be quite a big change to the car. So let's talk a little bit about this setup. Basically, I'm just going to read you a little section off the DSC website here. So by expanding the dynamic range and rate of response of your OEM controller, the DSC Sport is able to utilize more sensory input data and provide real-time damping solutions. By gathering G-force, wheel speed, throttle position and brake pressure, DSC Sport adjusts each individual damper in real time to provide the most optimum damper performance both on and off the track. So effectively, it's an adaptive system, so it's constantly reading data input from the car, and it's adjusting the damping rate to suit the kind of surface that you're on. So allegedly when you go into track mode, it makes the car even more track focused, but less kind of harsh, less pogo-y. It's a flatter ride allegedly, and then when you're in normal and sport, the ride is more bearable, because as we know, the Focus RS has a pretty harsh ride from standard. Now bear in mind, I've got the 20mm KW spring, so I'm interested to see how that's going to work with that. But you can actually get some software with this, and you can customize the unit to suit your own driving style, and obviously if you have a different suspension setup as well, so that's something to bear in mind. But it's all quite new to me. I've only recently found out about this, and the reviews that I've seen online are supposed to be really good. So I think we just need to go and fit it to the car and head out for a drive and just see if it's made any difference. Apparently it's very easy to fit. You just remove the boot carpet on the arch liner there and just literally replace the existing controller with this new one, and off you go. So let's head outside to the car now, get it fitted and go out for a drive. So we're just going to remove these torque screws here to get this carpet loose. Pull out the carpet, and there she is. That's what we need to change, that there, with that. So the unit's plugged in. The only problem is we've got Velcro strips which used to secure the existing unit in, so I've bought some Velcro from Halfords. Just going to stick this on to the back there, and then affix it to the car. There we go. Job done. Right guys, so we're out in the car now. The sport controller's fitted. I'm in normal mode. I just thought I'd go for a little cruise, just in normal mode first, just to cut around some kind of country roads that aren't the smoothest, just to see how it feels in comparison. I mean, I went out for a 15-minute drive before I fitted the unit, just to kind of get a feel for how it feels normally, and then so I can compare it. But just, I'm in cruising around in normal mode at the minute. It's still quite firm. I mean, this car is always going to be firm. But let's just get up to speed. So this is a very bumpy road. It's definitely lost that pogo-y sort of feeling. Like I used to be able to hear my body like shifting up and down in the seat, but it's definitely feeling more civilized now. I mean, I probably couldn't be on a bumpier road as well, but sorry if I'm a bit quiet, but I'm just trying to kind of take in how different it is. And yeah, it's noticeably smoother and more supple. That's probably the word. It feels much more supple. Now I think what I'll do is I'll put it into sport mode, even though the suspension isn't supposed to change in sport mode. So normal and sport, the dampers are just in normal mode, but obviously the throttle response increases. But these dampers now, they're supposed to be more of an adaptive system. I need to overtake this fan though before I do anything, because we can't really demonstrate anything with this this fan in the way. Wow, it's so much smoother now. It's just feels more settled. Got a few S-bends now, so let's see if it still retains that sort of nose heavy feeling. Right. I mean, the car handled brilliantly as it was in stock form, but right, here we go. No, it feels much firmer and much more, oh, how can I put it? The car is just flatter. The nose doesn't feel like it's diving in. It's weird how you can really notice a difference. Yeah, that's quite a big improvement. So I'm going to spin around and I'm going to do that stretch of road again, because I think I need to push just a little bit harder into some of those corners. It also feels like when you accelerate hard, the car used to kind of squat a little bit, so the back would sort of come down as it hooked up. It even feels flatter pulling away at speed. So if I slow down, if I go into first gear and accelerate away, there's nobody behind me. Yeah, the car, like the nose isn't lifting. The nose used to lift, the back would come down. It feels much flatter. So I guess what's happening is it's detecting the movement and it's stiffening up the rear to kind of counteract that. This is just me guessing, by the way. I'm no technical person. It's just flowing. The more I drive it, the more I kind of feel the benefit of this. Bit bumpy there, but that's just the road. Yeah, the car is feeling good, guys. The car is feeling really good. Oh dearie me. Right, so yeah, sport mode is feeling good. So I've got the increased throttle response, and we've got the normal damping, but it's now kind of adaptive, so it's making the car feel better. I think what we need to do now is go into track mode, because when I used to go into track mode, it used to literally make my teeth fall out. So let's see if it makes any difference now. So sport, racetrack, okay. We're now in track mode. It feels very similar. It feels very simple. It's a little bit firmer, but before you could tell the difference between sport and track. Like, it was day and night. Track was just ridiculous. But I'm in track mode now, and look, I'm not jigging up and down like that. So we'll do the same stretch of road in track mode now. So we've done it in sport. I've felt a noticeable improvement, whereas I wouldn't have been able to do this in track mode. The car would just be all over the place. So I tell you what, the car now in track mode is feeling like it used to in sport mode. So it's definitely firmer now when you get up and running. It's definitely firmer now in track mode than it was in sport, but it's not unbearable. Right, so we've got a nice right-hander here. Third gear. just hoping, guys, you can see what the ride is like from this camera angle as best you can. Yeah, we're stuck behind someone now. But no, that's quite amazing. It is quite amazing. You have to drive the car more and just analyze it in your brain to really start to feel the difference. But there is definitely a big difference there. So basically, to summarize, normal mode and sport mode, the ride's how it kind of should have been. It's more supple, it flows better, it's less pogo-y. You know, by pogo-y I mean like that. The nose isn't sort of diving into corners now, it feels a lot more stable, the car feels more level into corners, there's less squat when you accelerate, and then you flick it up into track mode and there's none of that ridiculous transition now where it just becomes unbearably hard. Track mode now is a usable feature on the car on a public road, although it is for racetrack only. But no, that really is quite impressive. So my initial thoughts of this sport controller are good. Be more interesting to see how it would fare long term. I think it'd be good to try it with a passenger as well, because passengers have commented how bumpy this car is, but I think now they will agree that it's far less harsh. Guys, I just need to add this bit in the video because I've been out in the car for quite a while now, and I've just taken my wife out in the car and she is amazed by the transformation. She used to moan like crazy how bumpy the ride was, but I've just been out in normal sport and track and she literally can't believe how much better it is. No moaning whatsoever. So yeah, it really has transformed the car, and the more I drive it, the more I'm feeling the benefits. But I think now just a long journey somewhere, wife in the car, I'm not going to get moaned at, so that's worth £1,000 alone, surely. So guys, that's coming towards the end of the video now. So really my overall thoughts on this controller are, it's pretty amazing. The transformation that it's made to the car, just by literally plugging something into the boot, which took like 10 minutes, is pretty incredible really. It's, it's now made this car a more usable day-to-day car, a more livable car. I mean, I'm still in track mode. I'd forgotten I was still in track mode. And it's so much better. It's so much better. Anyway, once again, I'd just like to say thank you to Chiron World Sports Cars. All their details will be in the description box below. So if you enjoyed this video, guys, please hit the like button, subscribe, leave all your feedback and your comments below. What you feel about this product, if you want to get this product, if you don't think the product's worth it. I'm interested to hear all of it and I will reply to the comments. So until next time, guys, thanks again for watching and I will see you soon.